What's going on, everybody? Let me flip back to my gameplay screen. So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Why is my webcam being a little laggy right now? We're good. We are back with another episode of Blue Jays franchise, and today I want to hop in. We're going to hope to push towards the end of the season. Got roughly about 2 months left. We're going to go from there. I do want to get a game in here with Edward Cabrera. And I want to pitch Ricky Tiedemann's first game as well. And we'll probably play this game in Colorado, actually. But we're going to look to try to push towards the end of the season and kind of go from there. So let's get into it. I mean, as you can see, I did miss Edward Cabrera's first start, unfortunately, which was right there against Syracuse. But before we get into that, I want to let's look at the rest of the league's draft picks. So, as you saw, our class, William Morgan, starting with the 70 overall, not bad. It kind of came to the conclusion of what we'll probably do is we're not going to touch the ratings, but we'll probably edit what some of these guys look like, gear, equipment, batting stances, all of that, and go from there. Before I forget, I want to make sure that I have the names of all of our draft picks. Boom, there we go. So yeah, this is our class. It's not great, but you know what? We did what we could. I've said it before. I got to get better with drafting, so it's okay. Let's look at the rest of the league, though. So let's take a look at Tampa Bay's. Tampa Bay didn't crush it either. New York didn't crush it, but theirs was solid. Boston didn't crush it, solid. Baltimore, I mean, outside of Willie Lane, who is honestly terrible but has decent potential, isn't anything crazy. It's kind of like their whole draft. They got a lot of picks. They just don't have the good dev traits. They got a more well-rounded class than we did. I think like we probably have one of the worst classes. However, I think we got the highest upside. We have a starter for next year, and we have definitely someone who will come up and pitch next year for us as well. So let's look at the rest of the league. We got over here Chicago. They grabbed Scotty Gonzalez as a relief pitcher. Probably in like the 5th round, it looks like, 4th round. It's not a terrible draft, but nothing too crazy either. Cleveland, I think, most well-rounded class out here. I mean, they went super young. They drafted this guy, D'Angelo Bolich, in the 2nd round. Not bad. Detroit, Roger Kidd, just add another really good piece to that Detroit core. Drafted most of their guys were 18, 2 guys over the age of 20. Kansas City killed it, man. I mean, Gio Khan, this was someone we did look at. Didn't end up taking him in the 4th round. Probably should have because he had 89, but that's all right. Rigo Zabeta, really good power hitting right fielder. Robert Erickson, really good contact hitter. I mean, their draft was pretty well. Their 1st round pick, though, was a dud, man. Oh, boy. Matt McFarland here. Why did I not find this guy, man? He is a 69 overall, as is. Nice. But then also has 99 potential. The dude's so good. Pedro Vergara. Yeah, there we go. Vergara. And then Andres Escalera, Fabio Trujillo, and Abdul Cortez nailed these 3 picks right there. Houston's was pretty mid. Daisuke Yamamoto, Easton Ramirez, and Johnny Munoz all in the 60 potentials, and then everyone else was in the 70s. Houston, again, just not knowing how to draft very well. We got Eddie Marte, Frank Buck. And Marte ended up being pretty good. 65 and then like 93 potential. Not terrible. But their draft wasn't anything crazy either. William Keyser, not bad. They did nail their last 2 picks, though. McIntosh and Fernandez were both really good. Vincent Casey, not crazy. However, they did draft a catcher. Why, I don't know. But Lorenzo Pena, 92 overall power hitting catcher. Basically, Cal Raleigh. And then you got Jackson Bowers, who was a 90 overall center fielder. Why, I don't know. Dustin Heinlein? Yeah, Heinlein? Yeah, it's a Heinlein. And then Angel Castilla, Nailed those 2 picks. Everything else pretty solid. Brandon Finch is apparently a beast. He's a mountain, 6'4", 18 years old, and throws heat. Look at that. And Ernesto Guillen. I mean, bro, they just drafted 2 stalwarts of their. They drafted 2 good lefties. And you go down here to Art Kern. Nailed another pick. Bobby McCann, best pick here from the Marlins. Solid draft. Fernando Saucedo, not terrible. Giancarlo Soto, this is the one guy that I really wanted. There's another guy that I really want. He ended up going in the 3rd round. But yeah, I mean, he's almost major league ready. Good contact skills, decent power, good visions. I mean, he's not bad. He's pretty damn good. However, only 66 potential. The Phillies nailed it, bro. 1, 2, 3, all around high 80s to 90 potential. Not bad. They went very pitcher heavy. Velasquez, Gutierrez, Ryder, and Villasamil. And then Brian Morris is a starting pitcher. They only drafted 1 position player, which was Cesar Baez, who also ended up being an 84 overall. Newton Gordon, who I thought was going to be generational, was not generational. So the Nats flubbed that slightly. I mean, a lot of us flubbed it for not taking the guy at the Twins. The Twins always draft good in these games for some reason. Kerry Berger, third baseman. They drafted 2 third basemen for some reason. Don Xander, what a name, first off. Andres Escobar and Robert Hill, so not bad. Cubs, pretty decent draft. Felipe Uribe and Brett Martinez when pitching the first 2. Uribe is not bad, man. I like that pick for them. That was really good. They did get the low end for these 2 if these 2 would have panned out. I mean, 85 for a 6th-round pick is not bad. And then he can still develop. 98 for Brian Rooney, one of the best potential guys in this draft, a 19-year-old right fielder. Not a bad draft, though. I mean, they drafted really well as well. The Brewers, Dominic Harrell and Roger Rosario, both pretty good pitchers. And we got Eric Mendoza and Jimmy Keogh, both pretty damn good for the Pirates. Good draft for them. They got the low end for this guy, which sucks, but can't win them all. Cardinals draft. For some reason, the Cardinals never draft well. Like, brother, you had the possibility to have 5 blue devs right here, and you ended up getting the low end for all of them, or right in the middle. That's crazy. Diamondbacks, kind of the same thing. Didn't do that well. Cockrell, they landed that pick. Whoa! I didn't even see this guy when I originally went through this. Akio Ishii is a 98. Oh my God. What a steal. Reed Green looking good. That's about it. Chris Ramirez and Lawrence Richard, pretty good. That was kind of a can't miss prospect, so that wasn't a bad one. And they kind of got the low end for Rich Michael. Really went pitching heavy again. The same thing with Colorado, too. I mean, they went pitcher heavy through their first 4 picks, and they got a catcher. And you got a crazy find for a second baseman. Okay. Not bad. All right, guys. So let's get in this. Like I said, I wanted to go to this start here for Tiedemann. We'll play against Colorado. We're gonna do this one a little bit different too. So what we will do is I think rock these jerseys. What we're gonna do is we're not going to hit the whole time. We're gonna go quick counts on. We'll play the first inning. We'll play the whole first inning. And then what we'll do is we'll switch, and then just when we're hitting, we'll super sim unless we need to jump in. Here we go. We got Bo against Feltner, and he's going to go the other way with the Feltner pitch. And that'll be a good start for us. Here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the new 14-year contract. And Vladdy will strike out on that slider. That was gross, man. Here's Tony Taters. Andres Jimenez breaks out of a 3 for 32 slump. Ah, Tony can't get it. Oh, just pop that one up. And Bo will retreat. Eighth in the AL with stolen bases. There's Casey Schmidt. What is Casey Schmidt? 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Not a bad season for the kid. Be really interested to see like how he'll do with a full year in our lineup as well. Take the circle change inside. More back into my element now with having to hit with the quick counts. And Schmidt will strike out. Here we go. We got the big lefty on the mound in Ricky Tiedemann, giving the young rook a chance to get a start here late in the season. And kind of a bit of a lost year for us, which is all right. You know, I wasn't expecting this year to be anything crazy. I just wanted to see, hopefully try to get a decent draft pick. Brenton Doyle is just going to go and poke that one out there. Davis Schneider takes a bad route to it, and Schneider is going to get the ball in quickly, but that is a lead-off double for Brenton Doyle. His 19th double of the season. Doyle looks like he was going. He faked the steal. We did get the throw over there in time, though. And he tried to just go up top there. Davis Schneider will be there. I was going to try to throw it in if he was going to tag, but we'll just get it back into Bo Bichette. I did look into potentially bringing back Bo Bichette on a long-term deal. However, Bo's long-term deal was like 19 a year. Bichette will get the ground ball, throw it over there to Vladdy. And I just feel like he's not giving 19 mil a year production. And Kirk fires it down there, but Brenton Doyle is too fast. Try to go upstairs with this. We can't paint it. And Tolio will walk. So we got 2 runners on for Ezequiel Tovar. And Acuna will be there. Get the ground ball, throw over to first, and we're out of the first inning. So Tiedemann kind of weaving in and out of some trouble. However, 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Jays offense, and Tiedemann will be right back out here. Just be a smack foul there from Owen Miller. Tiedemann on the windup. He's going to get Acuna to ground out, or ground ball to Acuna to get Miller to ground out. And he's going to punch out Farmer as Ricky Tiedemann gets his first major league strikeout. And here comes the windup from Tiedemann on the 2-1 pitch. And he's not able to get to it. So a base hit for Sam Hilliard. Remember when Hilliard was a really good power speed bat? And here's Drew Romo, the young catcher. It's 3-2 now to Romo. Wind up and the pitch, and Tiedemann goes inside with the fastball. Easy pop-up here for Bo Bichette, as he'll make the play. And we had a hit, it looks like, in that inning. Hoskins hits his 200th career home run. Eflin hurls a complete game shutout versus the Cubs. And Mendez will break out of a 3-for-23 slump. There's Brenton Doyle, has one of the 2 hits on the game for Colorado. Doyle being basically the best player for Colorado this year anyways. So, not surprising he led off the game with a base hit the last time. And we'll see if maybe we can get the 2-seamer breaking away from Doyle here. And we'll get him looking. Bottom of the zone. I'm not buying. He's just window shopping. It was a good pitch from Tiedemann there. And Nolan Jones will put a ride into that one. But Dalton Varsho will be there. Nolan Jones, the pride of Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Shout out Nolan Jones. And that'll be a rip there by McMahon. 3rd hit now. 3 hits in 3 innings for Colorado. And Tiedemann's going to get him to line that pitch. We'll try to go away here with this 2-seamer. Totally a little dribbler through. And that'll be the 4th hit of the game for Colorado. He's going to play 2 runners on now. Let's see if Ricky Tiedemann can get out of this inning. Kirk will keep it in front. Kirk, a fairly decent defensive catcher. That one's going to squirt away, however. Just as we were hyping him up, Ricky Tiedemann is in line to potentially walk the bases loaded here. That was just a bad spot by the ump. We need that one. But Tiedemann has now walked 2, struck out 2. And he'll come right back to Owen Miller and get him the fly out. Good bit of pitching from the young Ricky Tiedemann. Another 1-2-3 inning for this pitching for the pitching staff for Colorado. Tiedemann dotting in the fastball there. Farmer, he's going to rip this one out there to center field. Varsho can't get to it. Almost trapped it. However, Varsho just fielding it off of the hop. Tiedemann looking to potentially get him to roll over it. Nope, because Farmer was off on the pitch. We will get the 1 at first to Sam Hilliard. Here's Drew Romo now. And Romo is just going to pop it up on the 2-1 pitch. And right away, Tiedemann, so he will allow a base hit to Farmer. However, he is working in and out of tough positions, and he gets Doyle. Swinging at an absolute disgusting 1-placed pitch. And we got Tiedemann. We'll try to get him here with the changeup. Casey Schmidt fields it. He's going to have to hurry the throw, and he got it. Inactive. Welcome back, buddy. Another really good inning from Ricky Tiedemann, making his Major League debut here in this game. I'll hop in, get a little bit of hitting going, since we haven't hit since the 1st inning. Beautiful views out here in Colorado. Mustache man, Davis Schneider. Drawing the walk. Christian Kirk with the pop-up. Nothing going. We'll just get Schneider back. Here's Dalton Varsho now. See if maybe we can get something going here. Bottom of the order coming. Bottom of the order up. And Varsho just fouls that one off. Varsho might be in the rules to get a potential contract extension. I would not And Varsho, a little dribbler. They will not be able to get Mustache Man going to second. However, Varsho will be out. And that'll put a runner on now for Bo Bichette. Put a little lip pillow in. Here's Bo Bichette, hit 266, 704 OPS on the year. 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. Nice time for home run number 11. Looks like he's trying to stay away from Bichette. He is hitting 224 for runners in scoring position, and Bichette will groove that one, however, not very far. Short center field to Brenton Doyle. Now do it. And Nolan Jones lines it back up the middle, just out of the diving reach of Luis Angel Acuna. He gets him swinging over the fastball. And Tiedemann sends him down. Strong start for Tiedemann so far. And totally a ground ball. Flip from Acuna to Bichette. Bichette to Vladdy. And we're out of the inning. And we'll hit here in the top of the sixth. Got the middle of the order coming up with Vladdy, Tony Taters, and Casey Schmidt. And Vladdy! He'll get a perfect rip on that one. Right back up the middle on the low fastball. Let's try to give some run support, man. Jeez. Here's Anthony Santander. 22 home runs this year. Hitting 241. He has a terrible batting average against lefties this year, though. That's not good. I don't like to see that. And we don't need the lefty batting average when you got a righty on the mound. Tony Taters back up the middle. Honestly, man, the new album's a vibe. I'm not going to lie. I've kind of had it, I have it playing on like a low volume. So, you know, YouTube and Twitch don't freak out on me, but like, it's a vibe. Casey Schmidt will take it out there. So I haven't like really listened to it, but I haven't heard anything and I'm like, ew. And Casey Schmidt's early on that, and they're not going to get two, however. And now we have Stone Garrett coming up, and we know Stone can hit pretty good. Nice, dude. Can the Stone beat the Rock? You got Herky Jerky Herget. They're calling that a strike? And Stone Garrett will strike out on the slurve. So why is it that I trade for Luis Angel Acuna and he just becomes the new Andres Jimenez? However, he comes through with a solid base hit. Base hit for Acuna. And we got run support, boys. And Schneider, oh, he just goes and grounds out. But we got run support, boys. It's about time. Warm Swanson up. Hope is Tiedemann gets through this inning. Gives us 6. Okay. And he strikes out Owen Miller. And 2 strikes now on Kyle Farmer. change up outside. He's just window shopping. What a bounce back from Tiedemann. Lets up the opening home run and then starts cutting up the rest of the order. Unless this really gets out of hand, I think we're gonna let Ricky finish this inning, I think. And he just swings over it. Strikes out 3 after giving up the home run. Like an angel. Diego Castillo. Big boy. And Ricky pitched a hell of a game, man. 6 strong, 1 earned in his MLB debut. And Swanson comes in. He induces the contact. Man, Eric Swanson. Swanson comes in, goes extremely quickly to get through those 2. And he rings up McMahon. What a pitch. Have a good stream. Not a problem, man. Have a good night, Inactive. All right. Let's get this going. Let's go. Give Big Vladdy Daddy something big to hit. Ow! What am I swinging at? Vladdy! Vladdy lines this one. We're going Gapplebees, boys. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. going to second on the double. What a rip by Vladdy. I am going to start warming up Hoffman. I think I'm going to let Swanson pitch a little bit more. Tony will take it inside. Like a baby. All right, come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. Oh, if Tony was just a little faster. See, I think we're going to, once this season is over, I'll just take the sinker in there. So, yeah, my thought is once this season is done, next season, and Casey Schmidt lines it the other way. Casey Schmidt with an RBI double. The Blue Jays have taken the lead here in the top of the 8th. Excuse me. That was a good sinker. I'll take the slider outside. Acuna is hitting 160 with runners in scoring position, but we got to hit with them. Stone Garrett, he's going to groove this one. That was like a perfect jump. Wow. Here is Acuna. And Acuna grooves that one. It's going to be into the gap right under the 370 sign. Acuna digging for second, and Acuna will come up big with the 2 out, 1 RBI double. Here is Victor Vodnik with Davis Schneider up. Schneider's not the greatest hitter. And Schneider, he's just going to pop it up. All right. Single from Owen Miller, stolen base, and a strikeout. We're going to put Hoffman in. Just going the other way on the shift. It's a hell of a hit. So they start off the 9th with a base hit. There's a switch hitting catcher. Drew Romo, little dribbler. Bichette is there, will throw out Romo. However, they will move over the runner. And here's Brenton Doyle. And we get him swinging through the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And he swings over the slider. O'Doyle does not rule. Down goes Doyle. And Jones, dribbler, Bichette is there, will sling it across the diamond, and it is over. The Blue Jays will take this one 3-1. Swanson will get the win. Hoffman, 31st save. It will not show up, but how about a very strong box score from Ricky Tiedemann? 8 hits, worked in and out. He only allowed 1 run, walked 2, struck out 6. A terrific, terrific game. Jeff Hoffman, let's hop in, baby. Let's hop in. And the Blue Jays will get this one. They're going to take the series against the Rockies, as we should. Chad Green goes an inning and 2/3. Good inning from Green. I like that. I would have been a Manoah start, too. Let me take the loss there. Let's look at this box score. How did Manoah do in this one? 4 1/3, 5 walks, 3 Ks, 2 earned runs. You know what? Not terrible. I'm all right with that. That's not, he's our 5th starter. A lot like we did the last time, except this time we're not going to hit. We are going up against Boston, so they have themselves a good lineup. Roman Anthony, Christian Campbell, Vaughn Grissom, who apparently is learning first base for Boston. And we're going to be going up against Shane Drohan. We're not going to be hitting in this. like I said, we're just going to do all of the pitching with Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera comes in first batter. It's a strikeout. He's going to get Grissom to swing over that pitch. Slider. And Grissom popping that one. Try to go fastball up in the zone. In on the knuckles, and he fouls that one off. Yeah, it's going to be a strikeout, even though a pitch got away from him. There's Abraham Toro, former Athletic and Astro. And that is just going to be an easy pop out. Baroa is there. And that'll do it for the top of the first. So Buffalo is out of that inning. Ooh, excuse me. Got some swinging over that. And a circle change down and away for the strikeout. Here's Alex Benelis. Stefanik will make the play over there at third. Throw it across the diamond. Here we go. Max Ferguson. Stefanik makes the play again. 2 strikeouts, 2 plays for Stefanik. He tries to bunt. That's not going to work there, sir. Try to go slider outside, see if maybe we can get him to... Nope. Go curveball in and down, and it didn't stay down. We should be lucky he did not hammer that pitch. Nothing there on the circle change. And he'll walk him. Sinker down and away. Now circle change, and and we get him swinging through. Here's Carlos Narvaez. He's going to walk in, so that's another walk for Cabrera. One thing with Cabrera is he does have walk issues. Went over there to second. We will not get Roman Anthony busting it down the line. So runners on first and third now for Vaughn Grissom. And it'll just be a pop-up. Loper Fido is there. That'll do it. That's some swinging through that curveball. And we will punch him out. Christian Campbell makes really good contact. However, right there to Pomaji, however we pronounce it. What a rip down the line. Loper Fido takes a bad angle on it. That'll be a double for Benelis now. That was a hell of a rip down the line, too. Circle change. He gets him swinging over it. That's just going to be a little blue pit. We're not going to try to make the play. They will score one, and the Woo Sox have taken the lead now. And he will bounce right back. He's going to strike him out. Big pitch right there. That's 96 on the gun. Stefanik can't make the play. Loperfido will cut it off. Getting it in really quickly, and he busted down the line. He is into second with a double. And he just fouls that one off. Narvaez is a pretty good hitter, honestly. And 12-6 is off the plate. And that's just another rip down the line. Loperfido's going to have to come home quickly. It will not be in time. So I was going to say Boston. Worcester, they will plate another run. And he'll ring up Roman Anthony on the high fastball. And Vaughn Grissom down the line. He is going to rip it. So now they have 2 runners on with only 1 out. And here is Abraham Toro. And Toro back up the middle. It's not going to do anything. Baroa coming home quickly, and he can't make it. And the Woo Sox have now placed he's done, man. 4 runs. We placed 1 run. Not a good bit of pitching from Cabrera. 4 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, only 2 walks though, so not bad. The walk numbers is 100% what needs to be focal point. Just a high ERA for Edward Cabrera. What happened here with this one? Home run here would give us the lead. And he's host. We got 2 solo home runs. Okay. Just fell off the fastball. Tanner Scott out here throwing some heat. 96 to 99 on that fastball. Bo cannot get a hold of the slider. And that's going to go nowhere. That'll do it. Come on, Jeff. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, Jeff. What are we doing? That's rough. Jeff Hoffman takes the L. Not necessarily something that you normally see, man. Hoffman's been super good for us this year. Tony Taters with 2 home runs? Sure. Let's see if we can go for number 3 here against Calvin Fauché. Curveball inside. Cal Quantrill warming up for the... Nah, I took a poke at that. I maybe should have swung at that. Part of me thinks so. If I would have swung at that, I probably would have been a pop-up. Griffin Jax is a cheat code in this game, man. He is always such a good closer for the Twins. We should get this win. Hoffman with the bounce back. The DH, we're not in the field. Santander goes for 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Casey Schmidt had a triple. Nice. Varsho with 2 RBIs. All right. You like that. Bottom 10, 1 out. Bo Bichette can win the game against Minnesota. 75-56, Minnesota Twins. Let's see if we can get the win here. Brock Stewart on the mound for Minnesota. I watched that come in and I was like, don't swing, don't swing, don't swing. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's let it rip. And Bo, that one's going to drop. Runner coming around third. He is coming in. We take the win. We beat the Twins. Like seeing some fight. Bo Bichette with another 2 home run game. All right. Now we got to make some call ups now. How is Bo Bichette looking right now? Oh my God, dude. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is not having himself a good year. Okay, Bo Bichette might actually be playing himself into a contract extension. Let's go to the 40 man. Jonathan Clase. 4 home runs. He's not pitching well at all, or not hitting well at all. And you know what? I called up a starting pitcher. Jenkins, there it is. All right. Let's just sim through the rest of this month, basically. We'll just probably we'll check to see. Simulate to the end. Oh wow. Okay, our AA team won the Eastern League Championship Series. And I think that's actually going to. Let's look at the stats to finish the season. 24 home runs and 63 RBIs. Well, that's not good. Varsho with 14 home runs. Bo finished with 22. 20 stolen bases. You know what? Bo might have played himself. All right, guys, I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed everything. And you enjoyed the season. We obviously finished not great, 65 and 97. Third worst, or tied for the second worst record in the American League. Tied for, yeah, kind of tied for the second worst record in baseball, actually. The Athletics going 62 and 100. But that is going to finish up this episode, guys. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. And yeah, so see ya.